Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, brothers and sisters. Welcome to Rap Ministries. That's Reaching All People Ministries. And I'm Brother Yirmiyahu. I hope y'all can hear me. I hope you guys can hear me. I'm Brother Yirmiyahu, a.k.a. Brother Ronnie. Let me know if you can or can't. Let me know. I think I got everything on. But anyway, brothers and sisters, just welcome on in today. Thank you for deciding to fellowship with us today. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And as I always say, all right, thank you, Brother Bryson. Thank you. He said he can hear me. But thank you, everybody, for coming on in today. Really, truly, truly appreciate you. You're a blessing. A lot going on in the world. You're hearing the sound of my voice right now. It means you're in the land of the living, and the Most High deserve all the honor, praise, and glory for that. You know, we should always be mindful of Him because He's mindful of us. We should always be thankful for everything that He does for us. For every breath we breathe, every time our heart takes a beat, we should always be grateful and appreciative to the Most High that He allows us to live in the world that He created. So yeah, just thank everybody for being on in here today. You know, I also just want to admonish everybody to be a light. I say that at the end, but you need to be a light. You know, I'm going to admonish everybody, share your faith. It shouldn't be a day go by where you hadn't ministered to somebody. You know, we all going to have to give account for everything we've done in these bodies. And that's also, if you say you're part of Israel, you're supposed to be sharing the gospel with people you come into contact with. A lot of times we are what the last pastor I was under, he used to call us and say, don't be a word hog. I mean, you just getting all the word, but you ain't giving no word out. So you should be doing some things that is bearing fruit for the kingdom of Yah. But with that said, we gonna get on to these introductions. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the music off. I'm trying to, you know, the teaching's been going a little long. I'm trying to shorten them up, you know. So let me turn this off. You know, because I am mindful of you guys' time. I don't want to eat up your time. But brothers and sisters, thank you for coming on out today. It's just a pleasure and a blessing. And let's go ahead. I see Zulma Bonteef. Thank you for coming on in, sister. Thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you. Thank you, sister. Grind like Josh. Thank you for coming on in, good brother. All right. Oh, mommy and daddy grind like Josh in the house today. All right. I met Papa grind like Josh. I talked to him on the phone before, but it was a blessing. That man, he a miracle. Maybe one day he'll say he a miracle. Thank you guys for coming on in today. It's always a pleasure to see people live and in living color. All right. Brother Bryson Campstra. Bryson in the camp. Thank you for coming on in, brother. Bryson in the camp. Thank you for coming on in. Yes, thank you for coming on in, brother. 2 weeks in a row that I have seen you. Appreciate you. Mama J Pope, Levon Pope, the popes. These the righteous popes. We ain't talking about them popes over there in in the Vatican. We just the Mama J Pope and Levon Pope and Lady Evelyn. Thank you for coming on in today. Sister Sheila. Matter of fact, I saw your donation yesterday, so I left a little reply. But thank you for your donation, Sister Sheila. And I know you did it a while back, and I didn't catch it because I don't really check Cash App that much. But I'm gonna do better to start checking it. Let me see. Yeah, she said, ready to learn, understand, and comprehend. Yeah, hallelujah. Oh, she left it out. It looked like almost like the Halel, like the Halel Psalms. Halel. So you ask most average Christian, do you know what the Halel Psalms are? The who? the who? You got turn to book 5 of Psalm. They turn to Psalm chapter 5. No. Book 5. You know that Psalms is divided up into 5 books, don't you? Turn to book 5. I think the Halel Psalms is like 113 to 18 or 19, something like that. Let me check. Hold up. Hold up. See, I always get in trouble trying to remember stuff. I always get in trouble trying to remember stuff. All the way off the bat, and I call myself trying to save time, but I didn't dove off this bridge. I gotta finish it up. No. It's Psalm 113 to 118, the Hallel Psalms. You know, like they also known as the Egyptian Psalms or songs. Yeah. But anyway, thank you for coming on in, Sister Sheila. You helped me test my knowledge today. Didn't know I was gonna be doing that today. All right, Brother Sterling. Tried in the fire 7 times. Thank you for coming on in, good brother. Thank you for coming on in. You and Sister Sophia. And I said the grind like Josh and family, Sister Jasmine, forgive me. I ain't forgot about you too. Sister Erica Yashel, Elder Henry, what it do? Ohio crew. Thank you. Double honor to the elders. Double honor to the elders. Man, appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Let's see. Sister Auntie, thank you for coming on in. You and your crew, what it do? Thank you, Memphis crew. Sister Yard Niece, Baby Charlotte. Warrior Caleb, thank y'all for coming on in. That's some more Ohio crew, what it do? Thank y'all for coming on in today. Brother Bryce. Oh, he said, Brother Bryce said he liked them long teachers. All right, brother. I appreciate that. See, Brother Bryson said, let them go long. We're going to have to let them go long today. Brother Bryson in the camp. Thank you, brother. Key to Life. Thank y'all for coming on. North Carolina crew. What it do? Love and appreciate you both. You know, you and your family. Brother Yehuda. Sister Pam, I am. Thank you for coming on in today, good brothers and sisters. Good brother and sister. Appreciate you for coming on in today. Appreciate you. Chief Scientist, thank you for coming on in. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you for coming on in. He been with us a long time, too. Yeah, you got to hide that word in your heart. Daughter of Sarah, thank you for coming on in. Today. We really appreciate it. That's the PhD. We're going to start calling her Doctor, daughter of Sarah. Come on, Doc. Come on. What's up, Doc? Come on up in here. We got a doctor in the ministry. Appreciate that. A doctor, a PhD. Brother Runner ain't got jack, but a little bachelor's. That's all I got. A bachelor's. That's all I'm gonna get too. I'm done with that school. This is the school I'm in. It's Bible, But we had some more graduates. Sister Maddie, brother Magnus from the Jameson family. Matter of fact, he having a little party tomorrow. He having a graduation party. My 2 children graduating. My son graduate. He going to high school next year. And my little daughter, she going to middle school next year. Yeah, Mike. I don't know. Mike homeschool. I don't know. These kids out here, some of these kids. But just thank all of you guys for coming on in today. I'm gonna decrease that he might increase. Let me add that to the show. All right. Got a great lesson for you today. It's a needed lesson. A lot of people, if you don't understand types and shadows, you will mess the Bible up. You will mess your own theology. You will also mess your own theology up. It's very important that we get this stuff right, man. Let me make sure it pops up on YouTube, and then we're gonna get into the message for today. I appreciate everybody for coming on in today. If I didn't say it for the 1,000th time, I really appreciate everyone that is here today. Congratulations to all the graduates. Congratulations to you all. But yeah, it's on YouTube. I'm going to pray and we're going to get on into the script so we can get you in, get you out, and hopefully you'll be edified by what you hear today. You're going to learn some new stuff today. So we're going to learn something about Brother Abel today. Abel. But a lot of other stuff too. But Abba, Heavenly Father, we just thank you for today, your holy Sabbath day, the day you hung in creation millennia ago. Father, we just thank you for all of your people that came here to hear your word, and we thank you that you would bless them and that you would edify them and that you would change them for the better in their lives. Father, we just also thank you that they will not just be a hearer of your word, but they will be a doer of your word, because doers hearers get faith and doers get what? Results. You are a result, Elohim. We just thank you right now. Father, right now we bind the devil, we cast him out, we bind up strife, we bind up argument, we bind up offense. We thank you that we will flow in the bond and unity of in peace. Father, right now we thank you that you alone will get all the praise, all the glory, all the everything. Do your mighty, precious, magnificent, perfect, excellent name. We pray all this in the powerful name of your son, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. Amen. But brothers and sisters, we're going to get on into this thing. What are we talking about? We're talking about what? Types and shadows. Revealing the old in the new covenant. Yeah, because we got a lot of people out here, we ain't dealing with that old testament. We ain't dealing with that Old Testament. Or if we ain't dealing with that. And plus, that's an old shadow. We don't want that, Types and shadows. But we're gonna go. I got this first two little clips from BibleTruth.org. It says type, shadows, patterns, and figures in the Bible. It says the study of types, shadows, and patterns and figures in the Bible can be rewarding. They sure can. Eye-opening. And life-changing. But done poorly or with wrong motives, it can be what? Frustrating, dangerous, and fraught with peril. It can be dangerous. Hey, and then you keep reading the article. This further down, it says a type, shadow, pattern, or figure is a prophetic foretelling of future events. It says a pre-echo. Woo, a pre-echo. Woo. Because guess what? The Most High, he sets things up in patterns. He's a pattern-oriented Elohim. Or what you say? God. He does patterns. He keeps on. You want to know why he keep doing it in patterns? Because sometimes we just don't get it. So he got to keep what? Making it happen over and over again. He got to do it. Because we hard of hearing. We slow. Like Yeshua say, he said, foolish ones. And what he say, you foolish ones that don't believe what all the law and the prophets have said about me. You slow to, you don't know what they say. Motifs, patterns. That's how he worked, hoping that you pick it up. It says a pre-echo. Like Yah is so excited to do that he drops hints. He dropped hints, but we don't pick them up. Like a father preparing his child for what is going on, what is going to happen with enough detail that careful students can be prepared. You gotta catch the types and the shadows and the figures and the patterns. But not so much detail that anyone can change. He don't give you everything. Really, these are mysteries, and we are stewards of these mysteries. Everybody can't handle the mysteries. Only his people can handle the mysteries. This next one is from the believe it or not, it's from the Mormons. It's from LDS.org. It said the traditional interpretation of a type involves seeing a historical person, place, or event or institution as having a future historical fulfillment. The primary person, story, or event, it said the primary person, story, or event is the type. Whereas the fulfillment is the what? The anti-type. In the New Testament, the Greek word typos, meaning example, describes a model or pattern in the Old Testament that is fulfilled in the life and mission of Yeshua HaMashiach. The word typos in the King James Version of the Bible is translated as pattern or form or print or ensample or fashion or figure, and the word manner, and it gives you all the scriptural references. Types are what? Molds, templates, patterns, and examples of spiritual realities. Back to life, back to reality. Types are historical persons or events that are different in kind from allegory or parable, in that types refer to a literal object pointing to a literal fulfillment, or what? Anti-type. Y'all, hold on. This gonna be a good one today. Make sure I ain't missing you guys' comments. All right. And types and anti-types, or types and what? Shadows. Let's go to one more blue letter. This is from the blue letter. It said the old things are types of the Old Testament, and the new things what they stand for in the New Testament. The New Testament is enfolded in the Old Testament, and the Old Testament is unfolded in the New. Or as St. Augustine puts it, you gotta eat the hay, spit out the sticks, eat the fish, spit out the bones. The new is in the old contained. The old is by the new explained. We got on our blog page, we got an article about that. Go check it out whenever you get a chance. But you can see we got what? Types and shadows, types and anti-types. And here's some scriptures that where you can see these words: pattern, example, shadow, form. 1 Corinthians 10:11 said in samples. Acts 7:44 says, let's see, that he should mention fashion. It says fashion. But let's see some contrast. Sometimes they be having some good captions in Sunday Christianity. So the Old Testament, then they got in the middle 400 years of the silent years. No, it ain't. That's called the Apocrypha. Get one, read it. But I ain't going to get into all of this right here. You can you can pause it on your own whenever you get a chance. But we're going to do a study of biblical types in the Bible. Because guess what? There is nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new. Nothing new under the sun. We're going to read this scripture real quick. It says, that thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Ecclesiastes 3:14-15. I know Solomon said, I know that whatsoever Yah doeth, it shall be forever. Oh, it's just for a little while. No, stop. Forever. Nothing can be put to it. Nothing can be taken from it. We can't add to the Most High's word. We can't take away from the Most High's word. We just can't do it. And the Most High doth it that men should fear before him. Everything he does, he wants you to fear him. We don't fear him today. You look out in the world, you don't see no fear of him. People doing whatever they want to do. All these different kind of lifestyles people are living. People that call themselves the Most High, they doing everything that the world doing. Everything. Christmas, eat, all that. They doing everything that they are doing. They participating in everything that they're doing. It said, that which have been is now, we already read it, and that which shall be have already been, and Yah what? Required that which passed. He requires you to know history, to know what then went on. Why? Because there's patterns in everything. Because the first one we're going to go to, we got to, before we get into the types in the Bible, because this is what the Christians always say, a shadow of good thing. We ain't got to do that law no more. It's a shadow of good things. It's just a shadow. And look at here. They ain't even quote all of it. It just says shadows of good things. Read the rest of it. Colossians 2:16-17 said, let no man therefore judge you in meat. See, they think that that's pigs. No. Or in drink. It's talking about holy days. Because Christians say, see, you're trying to do the holy days right there. Well, then, so they'll say, well, right here, this means right here that if you do eat pigs, don't let them judge you for eating pigs. Or in drink. How come they don't never say, how come this don't mean we can drink whatever how come meat mean we can eat whatever we want, but drink don't mean we can drink whatever we want? How come it don't ever mean that? Because Christians tell you can't drink. No, go watch our class, Can followers of Messiah drink alcohol? You see what I mean? Let no man therefore judge you in meat. They said, see, we can eat shrimp, catfish, lobster, shrimp, all that. Crawfish, crayfish. Mud bugs. Learned some new stuff last week. Or the or say or in respect of a holy day. So they said, see, if you want to you know, if I don't keep the holy day, I can't let nobody judge me. No, that ain't what that means. The thing is, the historical concept behind this was the people in Colossae were pagan, satanic. They drank blood and did all kind of stuff. And the people that Paul reached there, guess what they started to do? They started to keep the holy days. He said, don't let nobody stop you from keeping no holy days. Don't he said, don't let them get on y'all. Look at him trying to keep that Old Testament. That's basically what he's saying. They are not turning to the Hebrew way of life. But what is this meat and drink in respect of a holy days? What? So we know they the most high days because it said they are what? They are a shadow of things to come. See, look at this one back here. It just say a shadow of good thing. No, what did it say? A shadow of things to come. But the body, and I'm going to say also the substance, is Hamashiach. That's what it is. But that word shadow, it is skia. Skia. That word in the Greek is skia, a shade, shadow. A shadow, a foreshadowing, a vague outline. So the holy days, they were what? In all the Most High's laws, they were a what? A shadow out. They were an outline. But what did it outline? That's the question we should ask. It says, in distinction from the perfect image. What would the perfect image be, or the delineation? It says the reality, back to life, back to reality. All praises to the Most High, Mama J. Pope. Yeah, this is a good one today. The reality. It says gloom, death shade, the thickest darkness. But what's that mean? It's a shadow. You seen a shadow on the ground before? You know what a shadow look like. Look at the Strongs. It says a shade or shadow, or figuratively darkness of error, or it says shadow. Shadow, the skia in the Thayer. It says also shadow, a shade caused by the interception of light, an image cast by an object and representing the form of that object. So the holy days are a shadow, but it's something that is casting that shadow. What is casting the shadow? We're going to show you in just a second. And before we get into what? Types and shadows. An image cast by an object and representing the form of that object, a sketch, an outline, a adumbration. I never heard of that word. Whatever it mean a shadow, I guess. But these holy days is an image cast by an object and representing the form of that object. It's also a sketch or an outline. The shadow is an outline. It's a sketch. But substance equals body. Bro, you can't change the. It said these are the shadow of things that were to come. It says the reality back to, however, is found in Hamashiach. New Living Translation for the rules are, you see how they just added new stuff? It didn't say, New Living Translation, it didn't say for these rules. It didn't say that. It said for these rules are only shadows of the reality yet to come. Oh, because Yeshua, he coming back. And that stuff, the shadows, when we get in the kingdom, we're going to be doing those shadows. English Standard. You see, it calls the body the substance. Berean said, but the body but it says, these are a shadow of things to come, but the actual body, like my body right here, as my body casts a shadow, but the body that casts it belongs to. So the holy days are the shadow, but who cast in the shadow? Hamashiach. Yeshua, Yahusha, Yahweh, Jesus. He cast in the shadow. The shadow comes from what he's doing. Yeah, they don't get this. They never break this down. They just make it say, we ain't got to do that no more. Yeah, we ain't ignorant of his devices. He want to get advantage of us. He can't get advantage of me. Berean literal, but the body is of the body. Who the body belong to? Who does whatever shadow is being cast? Whose image, shade, or outline does it belong to? It belongs to Mashiach. I mean, you can read all the rest of that on your own. Substance. Y'all seen this picture I had done before. It says Yahushua, he's the shadow is the law of the Torah that is written, or a shadow of things to come. But Yahushua is the thing that is cast in the shadow. I hope y'all get that. The shadow does what the body / substance does, or that's what it is. So now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. What was not never seen? How to keep all the law, statutes, and commandments. Nobody. It was a mystery. It's no longer a mystery. Contrary to popular belief, it's a mystery. It ain't no mystery. You want to know what it is? Ask Yeshua HaMashiach. Ask the Messiah. I'm trying to tell you, you better get, man, all his commandments, man. He said, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, for by it the elders attained a good report. You can read Psalms 119:6 talking about David said, I'm gonna have all respect to your commandments. Psalm 119:86, all thy commandments are faithful or full of faith. Psalm 119:151, you are near, O Yahweh, and all thy commandments are true. I'm trying to tell you, they mirror one another. Because they're blotting out the handwriting. They say he nailed the law to the cross. He did not nail the law to the cross. You don't understand. You don't look behind words. They don't look behind no words. That word, a handwriting of ordinances, carigraphion, hand, illegal, your debt sheet, your charge sheet. He nailed your debt to the cross. He didn't nail his law or his words to the cross. He didn't do that. But I'm going to show you this quick video. And this inspired me. I was cutting my grass last Sunday. Got up early. About 9 o'clock. Went out there and just started mowing the lawn. And I just noticed my shadow. I'm going and I'm noticing my shadow. And I said, oh my goodness. That shadow doing everything I'm doing. So real quick video. It's only about 90 seconds long. Oh, I hope you can hear it. All right. I'm cutting the grass right now. I want to show you guys something. They always say that the law is the shadow, and Mashiach is the substance or the body. So this is me cutting the grass. You can see my shadow cutting the grass. So here we go. That's the shadow. This is the body. See the shadow of me cutting the lawn. Now watch. The shadow and the lawnmower are going to do the same thing. Me and the lawnmower are going to do the same thing. Look at that. I'm mowing. The shadow is mowing. Now, me and the lawnmower, the official lawnmower, and me, we would represent Christ, Mashiach. The shadow will represent his feast and everything. But whatever the substance or body is doing, so also is the shadow. Think about it, brothers and sisters. Think about it. Think about it. So now when you read Colossians 2:14-17, you will have a better idea of what's going on. Don't listen to nobody. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Don't listen to nobody. Now we're going to look at Peter's shadow. Since we talking about types and shadows, we talking about types, shadows, everything. Just a shadow class. That's what this is, a shadow class. Let's look at Peter's shadow. It says, many signs and wonders were done. This is the Acts of the Apostles, Acts chapter 5. It says, and by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people. And they were all with one accord in Solomon's porch. They was at the temple, basically. And of the rest, durst no man join himself to them, but the people magnified them. The people, what were they doing? They were, oh, we ain't gonna, oh, they was in awe of them because all of the miracles and everything that they were doing. And believers were the more added to the master. Multitudes both of what? Men and women. Insomuch that they brought forth the sick into the streets and laid them on beds and couches, that at the least the shadow of Peter passing by might overshadow some of them. Ooh. There came also a multitude out of the cities round about unto Jerusalem, bringing sick folks and them that were vexed with unclean spirits, and they were healed every one. So, verse 12, what were the apostles doing? Healing folks. So their actual literal hands were healing people. What is Peter? Is he a apostle? Yeah. What did he just say? And by the hands of the apostles were many signs and wonders wrought among the people. Many signs and wonders with their actual literal hands. Of course, the power of the Ruach flowing through them. But verse 15, so they were getting healed by just Peter's shadow. Peter's hands healing. Peter, the shadow of Peter's hands healing. Whatever the body does or the substance does, so does the shadow. Man, they don't teach us this in church. But you get it here at Rap Ministry. Now, I understand some might say, well, it don't actually say that Peter's shadow healed somebody. But did his hands do some healing? So, I'm an honest scholar. I put everything out there. I don't try to hide nothing from nobody. Even like last week, some definitions that might not be favorable, strong for what I teach, but I know it's some stuff behind the people that you can't trust Strongs for everything. I'm honest. So let's read what this says. This is from evidenceunseen.com or org. I don't know whichever one. It said, how could Peter's shadow heal people? By the Spirit. That's how. It said, claim. Luke writes they even carried the sick out into the streets and laid them on cots and pallets. So that when Peter came by, at least his shadow might fall on any of them. And also the people from the cities in the vicinity of Jerusalem were coming together, bringing people who were sick or afflicted with unclean spirit, and they were all being healed. They asked, how could Peter's shadow heal these people? Response, it says, a number of observations can be made. First, the text never actually say the shadow healed them. Well, if the apostles did, the shadow did too. The shadow ain't far off from the person themselves. Just that the people set out their sick so that Peter's shadow would touch them. Verse 16 does say that they were all healed. Duh! But it doesn't explicitly say that it was because of the shadow. Second, it isn't unheard. So now they will admit. Second, it isn't unheard of miracles that like this could occur. Paul's handkerchief was used for healings of Ephesus. So there you got it. We know it is. It said third, this expression could be a euphemism for Peter visiting the sick. It said Bach writes in Vanderhorst 1977 observes that a person's shadow was seen as an extension of that individual. It is. It's due. My shadow does whatever I do. Hit the like button, folks. It helps us out tremendously. It helps us out tremendously. Helps us out tremendously. I see we got 15. Appreciate everybody. But let's go. Types in shadows. Let's go to Romans 5:14. Hold on. Okay, there you go. Romans 5:14. I got 3 screens up. You guys, my iPad was so small, I was still having problems reading comments. So I have a screen right here. A screen right here that will help. It's a little bigger. That iPad was the comments were too small. I was having a hard time seeing them. But Adam, Romans 5:14. Paul tells us, he said, nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to Moses, even over them that had not sinned. It says, after the similitude of Adam's transgression, who is a figure. He a what? Adam is a figure, a type / shadow of him, Yahushua, that was to come. Let's look that word up, figure. That word figure is an impress, a print, a mark of a wound inflicted. It's a delineation, an image, a statute. A statue. It says, look, it says an anticipative figure, type, a model, pattern. Adam was a pattern. He was a foreshadowing of who? Hamashiach. Look at the Strongs. It says a die as struck, that is a stamp or scar. By analogy, a shape, that is a statue. It says style or resemblance, specifically a sampler, a type. That is a model for imitation or instance for warning. An example, fashion, figure, form, manner, pattern, print. And the word is typos. But the Thayer says a figure formed by a blow or impression of a figure or image of the gods. Because what? What was Adam? He was the image of the invisible Yah. It says, number 3, form, the teaching which embodies the sum and substance of religion and represent it to the mind. Manner of writing, the contents and form of a letter. It says the technical sense, the pattern in conformity, which a thing must be made. In an ethical sense, a dissuasion, example, a pattern of what? Warning. Adam is a what? A warning to us. What? Do what the Most High say, or what? You die. Yeshua, he is also that. Do what he say, or what? You die. Do what Yeshua say, and you die. It says an example to be imitated. We were all supposed to imitate Adam until he sinned. But Yeshua walked this life out. He didn't sin. Now he's the example that all men are supposed to follow. It says, i.e., it says 4D. It says, hold on, I like this one. And an example to be imitated of men worthy of imitation. Guess what? Yeshua is worthy of imitation. Adam was until he sinned. The first Adam messed it up. The last Adam, he had to come what? Fix it up. It says in a doctrinal sense of a type, i.e. a person or thing prefiguring a future Messianic person or thing. Paul just said that Adam was a type of who? Yeshua, of him that was to come. Trying to tell you, man. Figure. What did it say? Let's see what it says. The same verse. Romans 5:14. It said, nevertheless, death reigned from Adam to the time of Moses, even over those who did not sin by breaking the commandment, as did Adam, who is the pattern of the one to come. He's the pattern. He's the figure. The other one said he's a New Living said he a symbol. English Standard said he a type. Berean pattern. Berean Literal say a type. King James said who is the figure of him. New King James said who is a type. New American, who is a type. NASB, type. I'm just going to start type. I like to amplify. It said, yet death ruled over mankind from Adam to Moses, the lawgiver, even over those who had not sinned as Adam did. Adam is the type of him, they said, his Hamashiach, who was to come, but in reverse. Adam brought destruction. Yeshua Hamashiach, what he brought? He brought salvation. He is the type of the Christian standard, type of the common one. What Holman said, he is the prototype. Adam was the what? The prototype. Look at Aramaic. It says Adam's violation. It's an Adam's violation of the law. Don't y'all know Adam had to follow the law too? Huh? The first law he was given was the Sabbath. The Most High rest, he rest. Most High rest, he rest. And believe it, if Adam then was gonna populate the earth and everything, guess what? Adam then still wasn't supposed to commit adultery. Adam then still wasn't supposed to worship another god. Adam, all of the 10, they weren't supposed to do. They weren't supposed to steal. They wasn't supposed to kill. They weren't supposed to do none of that. I'm trying to tell y'all, but let's keep it pushing because I asked one person this week. I said, "What's the Hebrew way to say man?" And they, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how you say it. I said Adam. Oh yeah. But the word man is what? Adam in the Hebrew. Most 99% of the time, you will also see the word Enosh sometimes in the Old Testament. In the Old Testament, it's 1% of the time. Most of the time, it's going to say Adam. A lot of the times, it's going to also say Enosh. Yeah, Enosh. In the New Testament, I think it said anthropos, which like where we get the word anthropology, which means the study of man. That's what it say. But let's go but man equals Adam. What do all men supposed to do? Let us hear Solomon tell us. You know who the Bible called the wisest man until Yeshua got here. He said, "Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter, the whole psalm. Fear Yah and keep his commandment, for this is the whole duty of man." Adam. For Yah shall bring every work into judgment and every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Let's go to this virgin birth. Got folks out here that's silly. You tell them they were Isaiah chapter 7, chapter verse 14. That ain't talking about Yeshua. It's talking about Isaiah's son. I agree. But that is an archetype. That is a type of who? Yeshua. It said, therefore, it said you got people out here teaching that Joseph is Yeshua's daddy. And someone teaching some dude named Panthera. I forget which religion teach that. That he the daddy of Yeshua. That he was the daddy of some Roman soldier. I mean, his daddy was some Roman soldier that Mary hooked up with. People teaching this stuff. Isaiah 7:14, therefore the Most High, he said, the Lord himself shall give you a sign. Behold, a virgin shall conceive and bear a son and shall call his name Emmanuel. What does that fulfill? It fulfills 1:22. Now all this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of by the master, by the prophet, saying, "Behold, a virgin shall be with child and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel," which being interpreted is Yah with us, Elohim with us. But most people will say what most people will say is that right there was fulfilled in Isaiah 8:3. Yeah, it was. But don't you know that types can happen over and over and over again? It's a pattern. The Most High work that way. Because Isaiah 8:3 does say, "And I went unto the prophetess, and she conceived and bare a son. Then said the Most High to me, Call his name Maher-shalal Habaz." Let me see what that means. Get you one of these Bibles to show you exactly what that means. Hold on, let me turn to Isaiah real quick. I used to know what it means. It's been so long ago. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 3. It means, let's see, 8:1. It literally means speed the spoil, hasten the booty. That's what it means. Speed the spoil, hasten the booty. Meaning, he finna come take y'all down real quick, Israel, by the hands of another nation. But the people that is against the virgin birth, they'll say, well, see, they try to make that was about, no, that's a type or archetypes. I ain't gonna call them stupid, they just ignorant. But because the Quran know, even the Quran know that Mary was a virgin, and even so, they'll say, well, so a lot of times in the Old Testament, when you talk about a virgin, it just meant a young maiden, a young maiden. It could be anybody. And they say, see, Isaiah's wife had a baby. She was a okay. But let's go to the Quran, Surah 19 and 20. It says, he said, I am the messenger of your Lord to grant you a pure son. It's the angel talking to Mary. She said, how can I have a son when no man has touched me? I have never been unchaste. He said, thus said your master, it is easy for me. We will render him a sign for the people and mercy from us. This is a predestined matter. But see, they'll say, see that word right there, Alma? It don't mean that she was a virgin. They say, Alma, see, they try to manipulate stuff. They say, but Brother Ronnie always, so you can go watch our virgin birth class. We're going to spend a lot of time on this. But it said, therefore, let's look at that word Alma, virgin. It says, a virgin, maid, damsel, virgin, young woman of marriageable age, maid or newly married. Now, watch this. There is no instance where it can be proved that Alma designates a young woman who is not a virgin or they ain't never been with somebody. The fact of virginity is obvious in Genesis 24:43, which we're gonna go to, where Alma is used, one who has been sought as a bride for Isaac. Alma. They say Isaiah, that could have been Isaiah's first child. Him and his wife probably ain't never been together before until he impregnated her. Your wife a virgin? Yeah. She a virgin? Yeah. Come on, man. Stop. But let's go. Watch this. And let it come to pass. This is when they trying to get a wife for Isaac. It says, and let it come to pass that the damsel to whom I say, this is the Most High's, Abraham's most trusted servant that he sent to go find a wife for his son Isaac. He said, let it come to pass that the damsel to whom I shall say, let down thy pitcher, I pray thee, that I may drink. And she shall say, drink, and I will give thy camels drink also. Let the same be she that thou hast appointed for thy servant Isaac, and thereby I shall know that thou hast showed kindness unto my master. And it shall come to pass before he have done speaking that, behold, Rebekah came out, who was born to Bethuel, son of Milcah, the wife of Nahor, Abraham's brother, with her pitcher upon her shoulder. And the damsel was very fair to look at. And what it said, to look at, a virgin. She is a what? A Bethulah. So you said, Brother Runny, ain't we supposed to be talking about Alma? Keep listening. Skip the verse. Skip to verse 18. Well, skip to verse 18, but we're going to read this right here. But right here, it calls her a virgin. It calls her a Bethulah. It says, a maiden. It says, virgin, feminine, passive, participle of an unused meaning to separate a virgin from her privacy, sometimes by continuation, a bride. Also figurative of a city or state made virgin. But let's go. But you said, Brother Money, see, you being dishonest. We ain't talking about no Bethulah. We're talking about Alma. Okay. Skip to verse 18. And she said, drink, my lord. And he hasted and let down her pitcher upon her hand and gave him drink. And the damsel ran and told them things of her mother these things. Behold, I stand by the well of the water, and it shall come to pass that when the virgin Alma. So we got Rebecca being called what? Bethulah and Alma all in the same passage. And we see the Strong's definition tells you there is no instance where it can be proved that Alma designated a young woman who was not a virgin. Huh? Stop playing, man. You don't know if Isaiah had laid with his wife yet. They could just been engaged. You don't know that. But let's keep it pushing, man. Deuteronomy, because let's go to Deuteronomy 22. It said, and they shall immense him in 100 shekels. This is when a guy tried to say that a woman was not a virgin when he got with her. And they shall immense him 100 shekels of silver and give them to the father of the damsel, because he has brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel, of Bethulah. Now let's go to because guess what? That Isaiah chapter 7 was a type of who? Mary being a virgin that's gonna give birth. And in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent from Yah unto a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph, of the house of David, and the virgin's name was Mary. That word virgin is Parthenos. It says a virgin, a marriageable maiden. A marriageable maiden is somebody in the Old Testament, was somebody who most of the time they wanted virgin brides. Hence, that's why you're like, man, look, this woman didn't cheat on her. I found her not a virgin. Taking her there so her parents would bring the bloodstained sheet out. And if they could produce that bloodstained sheet, then he will be charged 100 shekels of silver, and he can't never divorce her in all his life, because he tried to bring a bad name on her. But watch this. Verse 28, and the angel came unto her and said, Hail, thou art highly favored. The Most High is with thee. Blessed art thou among women. And when she saw him, she was troubled at his saying, and cast her mind what manner of salutation it should be. And the angel said to her, Fear not, Mary, for thou hast found favor with Yah. And behold, thou shalt conceive in thy womb, and bring forth a son, and shall call his name Yeshua. He shall be great, and shall be called the Son of the Highest. He shall be called the son of Joseph. No, the Son of the Highest. And the Most High Elohim shall give him the throne of his father David, and he shall reign over the house of Jacob forever, and all his kingdom shall there be no end. Then said Mary unto the angel, How can this thing be, seeing I know not a man? What does knowing a man mean? You done had relations before. What does not know a man mean? You haven't had relations before. She was a virgin, and she had to. That's answer. Nobody can't bring no male into the world without a man. The Most High brought Adam into the world without a man. Adam is the type. Yeshua has to be the same type. He came without a man. He got to come without a man. And then it said he shall be called the Son of the Highest. Then said Mary unto the angel, How shall this thing be? I don't know no man. I ain't been with nobody. And the angel answered and said to her, The Holy Ghost, the Ruach, shall come upon thee. The power of the Highest shall overshadow thee. You got some lesbian stuff going on, the spirit of woman? No. That class is coming. I'm crossing I's. I'm dotting T's. That class coming real soon. Got a Father's and Mother's Day class on June. What day? What day? Give me 1 second. Let's see. Father's Day is June 16th. Got a Mother and Father's Day class coming on June the 8th. Be here. Was give you a little spoiler. They celebrate Mother's Day all the way around the world, but just here in America, 84% of Americans celebrate Mother's Day. 84%. What about you? Stay tuned. See, I ain't nobody really got no real teachings out there. We gonna put it out there. It seems innocent. But anyway, he shall be called. It says, you are blaspheming the spirit if you say Joseph the daddy. You blaspheming the spirit. It says the Holy Ghost shall come upon thee. You real close to. I ain't gonna say you have, but you close. And the power of the Highest shall overshadow thee. We got a virgin birth class where we go in more detail. But what does it mean you don't know no man? And Adam knew Eve, his wife. Now we know she ain't know no man. We knew she ain't know no man. Ain't want no other man. Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain. Not she slept with the devil and bare Cain. Man, there's some junk out there, man. But let's go to 19. This is a lot. He said, behold, I have 2 daughters who have not known man. What that mean? They virgins. What Mary say? What she say? I know not a man. Seeing I know not a man. Let's go to Numbers. Now, this one they go to battle. Now, therefore, kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known man by lying with him. But all the women, children that have not known a man by lying. We only want the virgins. That's rare today to find a woman that's a virgin. Young maidens that's listening to the sound of my voice. My 2 daughters, especially Maddie, Ice, Chelsea, any other woman that hasn't known a man, stay that way until you find the man or the Most High send that man to you. Keep yourself pure. But let's look at Adam's virgin birth before we get to the next type and shadow. Adam's virgin. Adam, yeah. He ain't had no earthly daddy. And every plant, Genesis 2:5-7, and every plant of the field before it was in the earth, and every herb of the field before it grew, for the Most High our Elohim had not caused it to rain on the earth, and there was not a man to till the ground. That's virgin soil. No man had ever tilled no soil. But there went up a mist from the earth and watered the whole face of the ground, and the Most High our Elohim formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man or Adam became a living soul. What does no man till the ground? What does virgin soil mean according to the Collins Dictionary? It said virgin soil that has not been cultivated before, a personal thing that is as yet undeveloped. Virgin birth. Adam came with no man. Yeshua and Adam is the type of Hamashiach. Right, let's go to Abel. Let's go to Abel, folks. Abel. What did Abel? Abel is a type of Yeshua. He's a type. What are you talking about? Abel represented righteous blood. You can't say that. Matthew 23:35. Yeshua, he said this. We're going to continue the words of Messiah next week. If the Most High don't give me something else, we may or may not. Matthew 23:35. Yeshua talking to the scribes and the Pharisees. It says that upon you may come all the righteous blood shed upon the earth, from the blood of righteous Abel unto the blood of Zachariah, son of Barachias, whom ye slew between the temple and the altar. That's a whole nother thing. Zacharias, the son of Barachias. People see them, they don't. We ain't gonna even get that. Another class. Luke 11:51. He said the same thing. From the blood of Abel unto the blood of Zacharias, which righteous, innocent blood. That's the type that Abel represented. Who did he? He was a type of who? Hamashiach. Righteous. Let's go to Genesis 4:1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Yahweh. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep. He was a shepherd. Who else was a shepherd? Who else was a righteous shepherd? Yeshua HaMashiach. Look at Joshua 1:13-14. It says, and she called the name of her firstborn Cain, saying, I have obtained a man from Yahweh, and the name of the other she called Abel, just like the Bible said. For she said, in vanity we came into the earth, and in vanity we shall be taken from it. And the boys grew up, and their father gave them a possession in the land. Who? Cain and Abel. And Cain was a tiller of the ground, and Abel was a keeper of sheep. What Yeshua say? I'm the John 10, 11, and 11 and verse 14. We didn't give them all because we'll be here all day. And I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giving his life for the sheep. Verse 14, he says, I am the good shepherd and know my sheep and am known of mine. Abel a shepherd, he a shepherd. Abel had righteous blood, he got righteous blood. Hebrews 13:20. Now the Yah peace that brought again from the dead our master Yeshua, that great shepherd of the sheep, shepherd. 1 Peter 2:25. For as we are sheep gone astray, but are now returned unto the shepherd and bishop of our soul, who Yeshua HaMashiach. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, who Yeshua HaMashiach, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. One of them crowns. Still in the book of Jasher. Let's go look at still looking at Cain and Abel. Or Abel right now. It says, and Cain said to his brother Abel, surely if I slay thee this day, who will require thy blood from me? And Abel answered, saying, surely Yah, who has made us in the earth, he shall avenge my cause, and he will require my blood from thee. Should you kill me, murder me for nothing? He gonna require my blood. For the Most High is the judge and arbiter, and it is he who will requite man according to his evil, and the wicked man according to the wickedness that he may do upon the earth. And now if you should have slain me, surely Yah knoweth thy secret views. You can't hide nothing from the Most High. This is stuff Abel is telling Cain. Cain been spitting that righteousness at him. Spitting righteousness at him. And when Cain heard the words which Abel his brother had spoken, behold, the anger of Cain. Abel telling him the truth, and Cain get mad and want to kill him. Just like Yeshua said, yeah, y'all ain't know y'all father Abraham. I tell you the truth and you want to kill me. Type. Well, I didn't put that in here, but type. That's a type. Law done away with. Man, I bust y'all up, man. And when Cain heard the words which Abel his brother had spoken, and matter of fact, I got all of this while cutting my front grass on last Sunday morning. Just cutting the grass. I was just in my head, everything I'm gonna say. Just cutting the grass because I seen my shadow. We're gonna pick up with Matthew chapter 6 today. I'm trying to tell y'all. Hit that like button, man. It'll help grow our ministry. YouTube is playing with our numbers. Got 2 new subscribers. They took them back, then gave them back. We had 863. I said, what? This about that time of year they be doing this kind of stuff. Refresh. Make sure I'm keeping up with you guys. 20 likes. All right. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate it. It says, he got mad, and when Cain heard the words which Abel his brother had spoken, behold, the anger of Cain was kindled against. That's what Yeshua was saying. Don't even be angry with your brother. Murder begins in the heart. And the anger of Cain was kindled against his brother Abel for declaring this thing. And Cain hastened and rose up and took an iron part of his plowing instrument. With it, he suddenly smote his brother and slew him. And Cain spilt the blood of his brother Abel upon the earth, and the blood of Abel, that righteous blood, that innocent blood, streamed upon the earth before the flock. You got mad. You mad, bro? We got that going on today. Every morning in this city, wake up, somebody shot. Another black on black crime. And Cain said, "Oh, this is a double slide. My apologies." Verse 26. And after this, Cain repented, having slain his brother, and he was sadly grieved and wept over him. And it's too late now, bro. But the Most High did forgive him. And Cain rose up and dug a hole in the field, wherein he put his brother's body, and he turned the dust over. And the Most High knew that what Cain had done to his brother. And the Most High appeared to Cain and said unto him, where is Abel thy brother? What was that was with thee? And Cain dissembled and said, I don't know. Lying. You're a liar. Go watch our class, The Way of Cain. And am I my brother's keeper? And the Most High said unto him, what have you done? The voice of thy brother's blood crieth unto me from the ground, where thou hast slain him. For thou hast slain thy brother, and hast dissembled before him, and didst imagine in thy heart that I saw thee not, nor knew all thy actions. But thou didst this thing, and didst slay thy brother for naught, for nothing. A few years ago, some people, so a family has, not in Memphis, but I just saw this online. They was having a dinner or something, and two brothers arguing over chicken, and one of them killed the other over some chicken. You remember that? Over some chicken, brother Ali. There you go. There you go. Good to see you. Long time no see. Good to see you, Ali. Over some chicken, man. Oh, man, you want me to go down the street? I go get another bucket. Just don't go get no church's chicken. Man, that chicken on something. Well, all this chicken, even Chick-fil-A chicken, they cooking it with some other kind of meat now, lab meat now. Ugh. That's what they said. It tastes more rubbery to me. Yeah. And he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cried unto me from the ground. That's because what Most High said in Jasher 131 that it said, the ground which opened his mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand, and wherein thou didst bury him. What? And he said, Most High said, what have you done? The voice, the innocent blood cries out. That boy, Abel's blood was crying out, avenge me. I didn't do nothing. And now thou art cursed from the earth, which hath opened. See, right here it said in verse 31 of Jasher, it said it called the earth it. And right here in Genesis 4:11, it called it her. To receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. Let's go to Josephus. Adam and Eve had two sons. The elder of them, the devil and Eve had a son together. You don't say that. Adam and Eve had, Josephus is way older than all of us, and he ain't said nothing about Satan and Eve being together. He a Hebrew Israelite. The elder of them was named Cain, which it said Adam and Eve had two sons. Okay, who the oldest of their two sons? The elder of them was named Cain, which name, when it is interpreted, signifies a possession. Cain all about possessions. The younger one was Abel, which signifies sorrow. Oh, that's like Isaiah 53. The suffering servant. Sorry, these people, these Tanakh only Hebrews. That's talking about Yeshua. It ain't talking about the righteous remnant. Go watch our Isaiah 53 series. He is despised and rejected of men, a man of sorrows. Yeshua, a man of sorrows. Abel, a man, his name means what? Sorrow, a type. Let's look at him. They had daughters also. Now the two brethren were pleased with two different courses of life, two manners of life. For Abel, the younger, was a lover of righteousness. He loved righteousness. And believing that Yah was present at all, I said, man, I could have put this in the you being watched by heaven class. Abel, a lover of righteousness, and believed that the Most High was watching him at all times. So guess what? The Bible don't never say, we don't see nowhere where Abel did nothing wrong. Nowhere. But he was born from his father's sin, and he was in the loins of his father. So guess what? You qualified and you categorized as under sin at that point, though. For Abel the younger was a lover of righteousness, and believing that Yah saw everything he did, he excelled in virtue. and his employment was that of a shepherd. We already showed you that. But Cain was not only very wicked in other respects, but was wholly intent upon getting, about things. That's what this world about, that bag. And he contrived to plow the ground. Look at Diddy, all this mess he going through. Well, not going through, he brought this on himself. Some disgusting stuff that he did and beat a woman up. Man, what's wrong with you? You take that, take that. You know how he jump in there? Take that, take that. Bad boy. Yeah, you been a bad boy, Diddy. Did he do it? Yeah, he did it. And that hotel should be sued. And I said, my goodness, what, how mad can you get when you dragging a woman by her head? Man, you don't put your hands on no woman. What's wrong with you? Yeah, my wife she not scared of me in that way, like where I would bust her up. She know I ain't going to hit her. We've been married 14 years and I ain't never hit my wife. I ain't never shoved her. I ain't never shouldered her. Bump into her all wrong. That's crazy. Young women, if you see that in a man, he get mad and he kind of get violent with you, leave him alone. That ain't the man you want. That's a red flag. Don't ignore it. But Cain was not only very wicked in other respects, but was wholly intent upon getting, and he first contrived to plow the ground. He slew his brother on, like the Bible said. It said he slew his brother on occasion of the fall, and they had resolved to sacrifice to Yah. Where they get that from? They daddy. The first Melchizedek, Adam. But Abel brought milk, just like Yeshua. He said, "Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come to the waters, and he that have no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price." See, Abel was like, we can share all this stuff. You read in Joshua where Cain had his land and his sheep. Abel's sheep came and ate some of the stuff off his land. He was like, you gotta recompense me for that. And then Abel was like, well, okay, well, take the sheep wool you wearing from my sheep, give me that back then. What I supposed to do, fly across your land? Abel was like, hey man, it's for everybody. It's food for everybody. Cain was like, righteousness, man. It ain't about that mighty dollar. And the first fruits of his flocks, but Yah was more delighted with the latter oblation. Yeah. When he was honored with what grew naturally of his own accord, he slew his brother. You see it. You see it. You see all that. The Most High said, I want that D. Man, come on, bro. But we're going to look at the stone of Abel. You ask your average Christian, what is the stone of Abel? Huh? What's the stone of Abel? Oh, they ain't even know it's in the Bible. What's the stone of Abel? Come on, tell it to me. I asked somebody, they couldn't tell me. I ain't never heard of that. Oh, it's the stone that is it the stone that Cain hit him with? I asked some people that this week. Nobody could give me an answer. The stone of Abel. Let's go to first. This is when the Philistines took the ark from the children of Israel, and when the children of Israel brought it back, this is where they put it. Now, 1 Samuel 6:18, it says, and the golden mice, the Philistines, that's what they would sacrifice to their gods, Dagon. Golden mice, they would dip mice in gold and offer it to their gods. And the golden mice, according to the number of all the cities of the Philistines belonging to the 5 lords, both of the fenced cities and of the country villages, even unto the great stone of Abel, whereon they set down the ark of the Most High. The ark of the Most High with the commandments in it, he sat it on what? The stone of Abel. Abel represented righteous blood, and the Most High said, put that ark up on top of the stone. Put that on there. Put it up there. Mm. But here it is. Your Yeshua, and Abel, righteous blood, both shepherds, both represent a rock. But Yeshua is the rock. Yeshua will deal out vengeance. Abel seeks vengeance. His blood crying out, avenge me. I'm innocent. Both of them men of sorrow. Abel was a type of Yeshua. Yeshua is the antitype. Cain is a type of Satan. We already go watch my class, The Way of Cain. We ain't gonna spend time on this. Cain traveled. Most High told him, "You're gonna be a wanderer." He said, "I don't want to do that." Howard and Blue, he did not accept his punishment, but to increase it. He only increased in his wickedness. He only aimed to procure everything that was for his own bodily pleasure, though it obliged him to be injurious to his neighbors. Ain't that what we got going on in the world today? They all about bodily pleasure and the finer things in life, and they don't care who they got to step on to get it. He augmented his household substance with much wealth. Ain't that what they doing? Did he? Take that, take that, take that, take that. By rape, buying, and violence. He excited his acquaintance, looked up his net worth. The man worth $800 million. $800 million? Man, I wish I was just worth $1 million. But he also introduced a change in that way of simplicity wherein men lived before, and was the author of weights and measures, the money system. You know, a pound of this is what it's going to cost. Look at Jude. Woe unto them. He said the way. And whereas they live innocently and generously, like Abel was like, it's for everybody. While they knew nothing of such arts, he changed the world into cunning craftiness. That's how the devil is his father. He's his spiritual father. But Jude 1:11 says, woe unto them that have gone the way of Cain and ran greedily after the error of Balaam for reward. They all about money. In the gainsaying of course. Go read that in the Old Testament. But Brother Rainer said, weights and measures. Weights and measures. Money. This is in this Bible that I got. Told you the best study Bible. Money's weights and measures. Cain invented all that. Let's go to Egypt as a type. Out of Egypt, I have called. We ain't gonna spend hardly no time on this. Out of Egypt is a type. Out of Egypt, I call my son. Because they'll say, see, that already been fulfilled with it. Stop. Out of Egypt I have called. Look at that, Egypt. Out of Egypt I have called my. Look at all this stuff. Got the Egypt. They love this stuff, man. Come up out of there. See, they'll say, and thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, thus said Yahweh, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. Hosea 11:1, when Israel was a child, then I loved him and called my son out of Egypt. And so they'll say, see, that was the children of Israel. That was the children of Israel. They were, they came out of Egypt. That was them. Called his children out of Egypt several times. And that was until because Hosea 11:1, that's a type. And Matthew 2:15 is an anti-type. Hosea 11:1 foreshadowed Matthew 2:15. And there was was there until the death of Herod, that when Joseph took Mary and the baby Yeshua, took them to Egypt, took him to Egypt so that he wouldn't be killed. It said, which was that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, out of Egypt I have called my son. But the Most High, he don't want us doing what Egypt do. They wicked stuff. We don't do it. All right. Again, out of Egypt I have called my son. You see that? Even before Israel. Abraham went to Egypt and he left before. We ain't gonna read all that. You read that on your own. The abomination of desolation. Types can be used more than one time. It ain't just can be just used one time. Okay, there's it right there. No, a whole bunch of times. I tell y'all. The abomination of desolation. The abomination of desolation. When ye therefore shall see the abomination of desolation spoken by Daniel the prophet stand in the holy place, whosoever readeth, let him understand. So Yeshua is saying you need to understand the abomination of desolation. The abomination in the white, highlighted in the white, the abomination of desolation is anytime the sacrifices cease and when the Most High people ain't there no more. It's desolate. Happened several times. Let's go to Daniel 25 through 27. It said, now therefore understand that from the going down of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the prince shall be 7 weeks and 80. And this Daniel 490-year prophecy. I'm gonna show it to you right here. This was not a literal week. These were weeks of years. There were 49 sevens. From that point, the temple in Jerusalem was rebuilt. And then you had what? 434, which was 62 sevens. And everybody know that land you right in the middle of the right into the first century when Yeshua HaMashiach was actually born. And then and this is where the Christians get the 7-year tribulation period, because they know we still got 7 weeks to be determined yet to come, which equals 490. Screenshot that. But anyway, right here, let's see this. This is talking about when Yeshua would come. This is the abomination of desolation. Watch this. It says, know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and rebuild Jerusalem unto the Messiah, the prince shall be 7 weeks, not literal weeks. And 62 weeks, not literal, that the street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous times. And after 62 weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself. And the people of the prince shall come and destroy the city and the sanctuary. And at the end thereof shall be with the flood, not water, that means just armies, until the end of the war of desolations are determined. And he shall confirm a covenant with many for 1 week, and in the midst of the week he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblations to cease, and for the overspreading of abominations. He shall make it desolate even unto the consummation that determined shall be poured out upon the desolate. Ain't no sacrifices to this day. So according to the Most High, Israel is still desolate. It's still what? Desolate. There are no sacrifices. There is no temple. Matter of fact, Yeshua said that Jerusalem is being trodden down by Gentiles. Let's go and see it again. We're going to go. We already seen that the desolation of talking about the whole Daniel chapter 9 is talking about Yeshua when he come back one day, when he came here in the first century, and he was put to death and caused the oblations to cease, because in 70 AD, the Roman army came and destroyed the city, and it's been desolate to this time. No sacrifices. Let's go to Daniel 11, 30 through 33, where he's talking about Antiochus Epiphanes, which made Jerusalem, which was an abomination of desolation when the sacrifices ceased. For the ships of Shittim, that's the ancient way to say Rome, shall come against him. Therefore he shall be grieved and return and have indignation against the holy covenant. So shall he do. He shall even return and have intelligence with them that forsake the holy covenant. Meaning that the Hebrew Israelites had a covenant with Antiochus Epiphanes. They agreed that we ain't gonna keep no laws. And an arm shall stand on his part, and they shall pollute the sanctuary of strength, and shall take away the daily sacrifice, and they shall place the abomination that make it desolate. And such as do wickedly against the covenant shall he corrupt by flatteries. But that's what Antiochus Epiphanes had him doing all kind of junk. That was a desolation. Yeah. Antiochus did it. And Yeshua caused it to happen too, 2 times, types. Go watch out. We ain't gonna spend a lot of time on it. The Maccabean revolt. Go watch it, man. What did this dude do? This prophecy, Daniel 11, 30 through 33, was all about this guy, Antiochus Epiphanes. What did he do? What did he do? Alexander the Great kingdom was divided, and Antiochus Epiphanes rise up. Antiochus Epiphanes means God incarnate. He thought he was God. He desecrates the temple by offering pig's blood on the altar. He burns the Torah scrolls and forbids anyone to keep the Sabbath and the laws. He forces and kills anybody who doesn't. He made them worship pagan gods on the 25th of every month. And they were celebrating his birthday every month on the 25th. Like, dang, Antiochus, you only get one birthday. He celebrated his birthday every month on the 25th. Dang, Antiochus. Your Bible know about this. Look down here. Jude. This is the synopsis of the chapter. This is in a lot of Bibles. Down at the bottom, it said the Greek title iota of Jude comes from the name Ialdus, which appears in verse 1. This name, which can be translated for Jude or Judas, was popular in the first century because Judas Maccabeus died in 160 BC, a leader of the Jewish resistance against Syria during the Maccabean revolt. So if your Bible is hinting at it, you need to know this. Who? The hammer. Oh, here come that. Not take that. See, I like Hammer. He said, we got to pray. We got to pray just to make it today. You know him? Judas Maccabeus, the hammer, the Septuagint that nobody don't know about. Smith Bible Dictionary know about what? The pollution of the temple. And I just showed we ain't going to read this, just putting these in here to show you they know that the temple was polluted. But these Christian dictionaries won't tell you what the pollution was. They just keep saying the pollution of the temple. Look at that. Judas Maccabeus cleansed the temple from the pollution of pagan worship. No, brother, tell us what it is. Look at that. It keep telling you about what? Let's see what it says. It says, the Feast of Renewing, it is instituted in BC 164 to commemorate the purging of the temple after its pollution by Antiochus Epiphanes. What'd he do, man? It won't tell you. Look at that. Torah, it won't tell you. They would never tell you. He just said, look at the bottom, defilement by Antiochus. What did he do? Brother Ronnie gonna tell you what he did. He also burnt down the finest buildings. And when he had overthrown the city walls, he built a citadel in the lower part of the city, for the place was high and overlooked the temple. So the place that he built was higher than the temple. I want my place higher than the Most High temple. This dude thought he was the Most High. He called himself Antiochus Epiphanes. They call him I forgot the name they call him. They call him Epiphanes. Some when it meant madman. How you look it up on your own. The Hebrews, they were like, "Nah, you a madman." However, in the citadel, the impious and wicked part of the Jewish multitude, from whom it proved that the citizens suffered many sore calamities, and when the king had built an idol altar upon, he built an idol altar on the Most High's altar. He slew swine upon it, and offered a sacrifice, and so offered a sacrifice neither according to the law. And that's when Judas Maccabeus, the hammer, got mad and said, "No, we finna bust this up right now. Make them say it. Don't just say no, because you know why the Christian dictionaries won't tell you what it was? Because they know they like to eat pigs. They know that. But anyway, baptism, it's a type. Purpose of baptism, you see it. Romans 6, 1-8. We are almost done. It says, what shall we say then? Shall we continue to sin that grace may abound? Yah forbid. It's Paul talking. How shall we that are dead to sin live any more longer in it? Know ye not that many of us, as were baptized into Yeshua HaMashiach, were baptized into his death? Therefore, we are buried with him by baptism into death. Baptism is symbolic of you dying with Yeshua HaMashiach. You becoming a new person. Your old man go in that water. You come up, and that symbolizes you resurrecting from the dead with Yeshua. That's why the thief on the cross didn't have to literally get baptized, because he literally did what baptism symbolizes. You ain't got to do the symbol. if you literally did what the symbol represents. Leave them folks alone, man. Let that man on the cross, man, stop. It says, therefore we are buried with him by baptism into death, that like Yeshua was raised from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we shall walk in the newness of life. For if we have been planted together in the likeness of his death, we shall also we shall be also in the likeness of his resurrection. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him. I asked one person what that means. Our old man is crucified with him. Your daddy? No, not that kind of your old man. Come on, man. People just don't get, we don't study enough. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might destroy, that henceforth we should not serve sin. We're not under sin. We're not under the law of sin anymore. For he that is dead is freed from sin. Are you free from sin? They tell you, you can't be, can't nobody, man, stop lying. Why you always lying? Why you always denying? They always lying. Now, if we be dead with Hamashiach, we believe that we shall also live with him. But let's look at that word of likeness. That word likeness is homomia. Home, it said home oi oma. Home oi oma. Home oi oma. It means that which is conformed or assimilated, form, shape, figure. We got to be like Hamashiach. We got to live in the newness of life. We got to stop. We got to live in not sinning. See, these preachers, they lying to us. They lying to us. They want to lie to us, make it sound fly to us. We're looking at a video the other day. They said the Christian women in churches, man, in these, I'm just talking about the black churches. I've been to some white Christian churches. They don't dress like the black Christian churches. They dress modestly in the white Christian churches. But in the black Christian churches, breasts all out, clothes super tight where you can see everything, leg, calf muscles all out. Men with the tight suits, muscles bulging and stuff. But anyway, but what is the Strong says, home oi oma, it means made like to, likeness, shape similar to. The Thayer said that which has been made after the likeness of something. A figure, image, likeness, representation, likeness, i.e. resemblance, such as amounts almost to equality, or you need to be, your identity need to be just like, you got to live just like he lived. You got to look just like how he looked. You got to do everything that he did. It said likeness, resemblance, such as amounts almost to, you got to almost be equal to him. What does he mean almost be equal to him? Meaning he didn't never sin. We have sinned before. That's how come we will almost be that. Stop playing, man. 1 Peter 3, is 3. We talking about what baptism. It said, for Hamashiach have once suffered for sins, the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to Yah, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits and you know them all them folks that died in the flood. He went down there to tell them. This is what Noah was telling y'all about, which were sometime disobedient, when once the long suffering of Yah waited in the days of Noah, while the ark was preparing, wherein a few, that is 8 souls, were saved. The like figure, were to even baptized does also save us. Baptism is a type of us dying and resurrecting just like Yeshua. It says the like figure whereunto even baptism doth also now save us. Baptism saves? You ask more people. No, it's part of the process. What do? You confess, believe, you repent, and then you go get baptized. Put it on not. It said not to put it away of the filth of the flesh, but the answer of good conscience towards Yah by the resurrection of Yeshua Hamashiach. And notice, in the parentheses, that ain't in there. They put that in there. See, they don't want you to know that baptism do save. Why? You die, your old man die, you come up, you don't do. That's what save you, obeying. You believe that he the Messiah, so you decide I'm gonna do what he say. But it said baptism is a figure. It is the typos, or like antitype. It's a like figure, a thing formed after a pattern, a thing resembling another. Yeshua got baptized, you need to get baptized. He told John, we got to fulfill this righteousness, man. That's the first thing. That's the first thing that we see Yeshua Hamashiach say in the Synoptic Gospels in Matthew. He said, let's go to Matthew real quick. First, let's see the first thing he said. Am I in the right place? Hold up. Matthew 3:15, and Yeshua answered and said, permit it thus be so, for thus it is fitting for us to fulfill, to perform all righteousness. Baptism. John said, oh man, I can't do that. I can't do that. Was Noah baptized? Yes, we just saw you. It's the same thing. When they went through, they was baptized. Even Adam was baptized. With the Most High watered all of the first face of the ground, and then Adam come up out of that. Baptism. Moses is a type of Yeshua, a type. We show you this week in, week out. You see it. Yeshua was the prophet like unto Moses. You see it. Let's go to Hebrews 3:1, and we're gonna go through 11. It said, wherefore, holy brethren, partakers of the heavenly calling, consider the apostle and high priest of our profession, Yeshua, who was faithful to him that appointed him, as also Moses was faithful. Moses was faithful, Yeshua was faithful. For this man was counted worthy of more glory than Moses. Why? Moses sinned before. He didn't. For every house is builded by some man, but he that built all things is Yah. And Moses verily was faithful in all his house as a servant for a testimony of those things which were to be spoken after. But Hamashiach as a son over his own house, whose house we are, we are the structure that's built on the foundation. I didn't put it in here today. Built on the foundations of the prophets and the apostles. Let's keep it pushing. It said, now the things which we have spoken, this is the sum, that we have such a high priest who is set on the right hand of the throne of majesty in the heavens, a minister of the sanctuary and of the true tabernacle, which the Most High pitched and not men. For every high priest is ordained to offer gifts and sacrifices, wherefore it is necessity that this man have somewhat also to offer. For if he were on earth, he wouldn't be no priest. Seeing that there are priests that offer gifts according to the law with animals, who serve the example and shadow of these animal sacrifices was a shadow of heavenly things, as Moses was admonished of Yah when he was about to make the tabernacle. For see, saith he, that thou make all things according to the pattern he showed you in the mount. But now he have attained a more excellent ministry, by how much also he is the mediator of a better covenant, which was established upon better promises. You ask the Christian, what's the better promise? They can't tell you what they are. I tell you what it is. You keep his commandments, you ain't got to be sick. You ain't got to die. That's what it is. You're going to have everlasting life. See, when they died, when Abraham died and all them died, they didn't live forever. They went down to Sheol, the righteous side of Sheol. Now we got a better covenant. Why? When we die, we ain't got to go down there. Example, shadow, pattern. The example is, it says example, hypodigmia. It says a token, an imitation. The animal sacrifices was an imitation of Yeshua's sacrifice. It's an imitation. Your shadow is what? Imitating you. Whatever you're doing, your shadow is doing. It's imitating you. An example model proposed for imitation or admonition. It's the Strong says an exhibit for imitation or warning. When them animals is killed, it's saying this should be you, Adam. I'm killing. We slaughtering these sheep. We slaughtering these bulls. We slaughtering these goats. We slaughtering these pigeons. No pigeons. It should be you. It's a warning. Do what my son say. The Thayer, it said a sign suggestive of anything, delineation of a thing, representation, figure, a copy. Of a thing to be imitated. The sacrifices was an imitation. Shadow. The word shadow is skia. We already showed you this one, all right, but it's again, it says a shadow, a foreshadowing, a vague outline. The perfect image or delineation. An image cast by the object and representing the form of that object. Typos. We showed you this one already. You see it. Look down at the bottom. It says I of a type, i.e., a personal thing prefiguring a future messianic personal thing. That's what the animal sacrifices. Let's go to Hebrews, because they always talk about for the first covenant. They said, see, the first covenant, we ain't under that. Yeah, we not under the words are still the same. It's the blood that's different. No longer animals. It's now Yeshua's blood. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then no place would have been sought for the second. It says, for finding fault with them. Not finding fault with what the Most High gave them. He found fault with them. What was the fault? They broke it. He said, behold, the days come, said the master, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Why I got this outline in green, in red? Because Jeremiah said the same thing in Jeremiah 31 through 34, verbatim, letting you know what the words don't change, the blood changes. He said, I will make a new covenant with who? Who he making a new covenant with? This in the New Testament, Hebrews 8:8. Who is the new covenant with? Israel and Judah. Not Church of God in Christ. Not Lutheran. Not CME. Not Presbyterian. Not Baptist. Not Episcopalian. Not Methodist. I ain't none of that stuff. Israel, you got to be in Israel, brothers and sisters. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to break it to you. But guess what he said? He said, not according to the covenant I made with their fathers in the day I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith Yahweh. For this is the covenant I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Most High. I will put them same laws that was on them stone where in their minds, and write them what? On their hearts. Same words, different blood. You can read all it. You can read the white on your own, but Hebrews 8:13 down at the bottom, it said, in that he said, a new covenant he has made the first old, that which decayeth and waxeth old is ready to vanish. It's not gone away yet. He said, it ain't went away yet. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, right over Hebrews, which I think is Paul? The animal sacrifice is just suspended. Jerusalem is desolate right now. It's coming back, but animal sacrifice, this all Hebrews really be talking about the Melchizedek versus the Levitical. But for the law having a shadow of things to come and not the very image, the law is the shadow, but not the very image. The law is what? The law, statutes, and commandments and everything, and the image is who? Yeshua. It says, and not the very image of things can never with those sacrifices, which they offer year by year, continually make the comers thereunto perfect. Yeshua's sacrifice can make you perfect. For then would they have not ceased to be offered, because that the worshippers once purged shouldn't have no more conscience of sins. But in those sacrifices, there is a remembrance again made of sins every year. We're not going to read all it, just showing you the difference. The animal sacrifices was a shadow of Yeshua being sacrificed. That's all. But let's look at that word shadow. Shadow. It says skia, which we've already seen. A shadow, a foreshadow, a vague outline in distinction from the perfect image or delineation. It says down at the bottom, an image cast by an object and representing the form of that object. That system, all of the law and the prophets, that system was an outline of who? Yeshua HaMashiach. No, you do not have to get baptized again, Brother Bryson. Just all you do is that's why you have the blood of Yeshua. It said, if any man sin, he has an advocate with the Father. He the high priest. So all you do is you repent, his blood covers it, and you keep it pushing. He the new high priest. The shadow returns. You can go watch the class up here. I got 2 classes. You can watch that. But the shadow will return. We almost done. I see we had almost 30, but we got 22 still in here. Maybe this boring to some people. I don't know. The shadow returns. What do you mean the shadow return? The sacrifice return. For behold, the Most High will come with fire. Question, has he done that? No. And his chariot is like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Most High plead with all flesh. Has he done that? No. They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the garden behind the one tree in the midst, eating pigs, and the abomination, and the mouse, like them Philistines with them golden mice, them golden rats. Matter of fact, they offering rats and stuff. They was trying to offer that to their God, to the Most High. Maybe he'll take the plagues off of them for having the ark that they weren't supposed to have. Then they looked in the ark, and the Most High killed them for looking in the ark. You eating and sacrificing abominable things, and then you gonna come try to look in the ark of the Most High? Are you crazy? And they shall bring all your brethren for an offering unto Yahweh out of all nations upon horses and in chariots and in litters and upon mules and upon swift beasts to the holy mountains. So in the end, they're going to be all the people that are in the world. They're going to be trying to find real Hebrew Israelites and carry them to Jerusalem. But what are the children of Israel going to be doing? They're going to bring an offering in a clean vessel into the house of Yahweh. And I will also, the Most High said, I will take from them for priests and Levites. Go watch our Revelation series. We really went into this. And as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, and saith the Most High. Now watch this. Watch this. It says, so shall your seed remain, and it shall come to pass that from one new moon, and from one Sabbath. Why don't it say in the millennial kingdom? Why doesn't it say one Sunday to another? Why doesn't it say that? From one Sunday to another. It says one Sabbath. So really, if you want to know, this is the key to know if you any kind of religious ceremony or celebration. If you want to know, is it okay to do? Does it pass the millennial kingdom test? Okay, case in point. Okay, when Yeshua sitting on the throne of his father David, will we be observing Christmas? In the millennial kingdom, will we be observing Halloween? In the millennial, I know we're going to be doing Easter Sunday. No, what did it say? From one Sabbath to another, we're going to all go up to worship the King. And Zechariah say the same thing. I didn't put it in here. But Zechariah chapter 14, verse 16, it says, shall come to pass that everyone who is left of all nations, the one who he just bust up with the fire and sword and the chariots, He said, it shall come to pass that everyone who is left of all nations who came up against Jerusalem shall go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the Feast of Tabernacles. But look in verse 23, it said one Sabbath to another. In the millennial kingdom, we gonna be when Yeshua's birthday come up, he gonna say, "Oh, come on, bring the party. Let's have the party, the festivities for my birthday." No, Mother's Day. Ooh, oh my good, Mother's Day come up, roll around. The second or third May. Father's Day, the 2nd or 3rd June. You know Juno. They come up. We going up. We going. Yeshua gonna allow us to go because when is Mother's Day? It's always a Sunday. It's always a Sunday. And where do most people go with their mother on Sunday? To church. To what church? A Sunday church. Matter of fact, show me one place in the Bible where who are we supposed to be going to church to worship? Who? We supposed to be going to church to worship who? The King. He not finna just be y'all coming up to worship him from one Sabbath to another. Oh, before we get started in the Shabbat service, we want to have all the mamas stand up. We want to recognize all the mamas. We're going to give them some glory. We're going to give them some praise on the day. No, you know that's how. Does it pass the millennial kingdom test? Matter of fact, let me show you one thing. Paul tell us. Here's another one. You know, some years back, it was a brother of mine. I was on the fence about Mother and Father's Day, and I was like, man, is it pagan, brother? I know now because I've done a whole bunch of research, and I just ain't never done no class on it, but I'm gonna do the class. I'm gonna see. I think it's 2 and 15. Where was it? I think it's 2 Thessalonians. Okay, Paul. This is what Paul is telling the people, the body of Yeshua. He said, "Therefore, brethren, stand fast and hold the traditions which you were taught, whether by word." What does it mean by word? The Bible, the scriptures, by word or by our epistle. Did Paul teach the Mother's Day, Father's Day? No. Paul says stand fast in what we teach you, what the Bible had taught you. But on June the 8th, we got a class. We got a class. I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah, Key to Life, that's the best chapter. Best chapter in the Bible. Well, one of the best. But let's go. Because we talking about shadows today. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the what? The shadow of the Almighty. Well, what in the world would that be? And go watch our Psalm 91 class. We dealt with that a little bit. It says, so we're going to go to Psalms 27 and 4. It says, one thing I have desired of Yahweh that will I seek after, that I will dwell in the house of the. He said, one thing that I have desired of Yahweh, that will I seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Most High all the days of my life. His house. What's that? To behold the beauty of Yahweh and to inquire in his temple. When he come back, the millennial temple, we ain't doing no Mother's Day in there. We ain't doing no Father's Day. We ain't doing no Halloween. We ain't celebrating no birthday. We ain't doing no Valentine's Day. Well, it's Valentine's Day. We got to go up to the Most High and sacrifice. Well, yeah. No. And now shall my head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. But again, so we going Quentin Tarantino style. In 91, he talking about dwelling in the shadow. What is the shadow? What is it? But Psalm 15:1, a Psalm of David. See, now when you go to when it said, the Lord said unto my Lord, they say a Psalm of David. It's the same thing. They'll try to say these Old Testament only Hebrews, they'll say they're supposed to be a Psalm 4 David, a Psalm 2 David, or a Psalm 4 David. That ain't what it say. The same thing this one say. They don't try to make this one say that. Man. He said, Yahweh, who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in your holy hill? Because we want to dwell in the secret place. Why is it secret? Nobody was worthy to get in that heavenly when nobody ain't worthy. He said, who shall dwell in thy holy hill? And you can read in Isaiah chapter 2 and Micah chapter 4, I believe. Hold on, let me get that round. I think it's 4. We almost done, guys. Trust me. We almost done. We got but a few more. 4 more, I believe. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to get y'all out of here. Micah chapter 4 and Isaiah chapter 2. He said, the law shall go forth from Mount Zion. But who shall dwell in your holy hill? That word hill is har means hill, mountain. Who shall abide in thy tabernacle? Who shall dwell in thy holy hill? He that walketh upright and worketh righteousness and speaketh the truth in his heart. They try to make you think it's always been that the New Testament no, it's always been supposed to be in there. Israel was just hard-headed and they wouldn't share it with the other nations. Instead, they wanted to do what all the other nations did. He that backbite, it says, he that backbite, now you ain't talking behind people back, nor doing evil to his neighbor, nor taking up reproach against his neighbor, in whose eye a vile person is condemned, but he honored them that you supposed to honor those that fear the Most High. Ooh, do your mama? Do she fear the Most High? When we supposed to honor our mom and father, what it means is make sure they okay. Do they got a roof over their head? Do they got food to eat? Are they good? Are they healthy? That's how you honor them. Throw on some money every now and then. That's how you honor them. If they're not in the truth, teach them the truth. He that swear to his own hurt, not just one day out of the year, I gotta buy my mama a car and take her to church and take her out to eat on Sunday, which you say your Sabbath. Now you buying and selling on this day you call your Sabbath. He that put in not his money, you see it, but the mirror, folks. But we all, with open, the mirror, we gotta bear we want to become that image. We want to be the image of him. Whatever he doing, we want to be doing. But we all, with the open face, beholding as in a glass or a mirror, the glory of Yah, are changed into, you got to be changed into the same image. Did he saying? No. Should you be? No. What is saying? Transgression of the law. From what? Glory to glory. People don't understand what glory to glory means. You right here. Glory to glory. Faith to faith. Grace to grace. Moses to Yeshua. Faith to faith, when you see it, is from Abraham to Yahushua. Grace for grace. Moses to you. Stop playing, man. We want to mirror Yeshua. We want to live our life just like he lived his life, from glory to glory, even as by the spirit of our master. For if any be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholding his natural face in the glass. That's why in the prayer I always say that I don't want the people to hear the word and just be a hearer of the word. I want them to be a doer. I don't want you to go away from here and forget what you have read. You got it. It said, beholding you. Who forget what they look like? For he beholdeth himself and goeth away that his straightforth forgetteth what manner of man he was. But whosoever looketh into the perfect law of liberty and continue therein, abide therein, dwell therein. But a doer of the work, this man shall be blessed in his deed. The mirror is the word, folks, which is Yeshua. This whole book is his shadow, but he is the substance. He is the body of this shadow right here. Law of liberty, Psalm 119, the Hebrew ABCs, wow, or wow. You know, V and W are very close. That's V, W, and U are very close. In Spanish, V is double V. In they'll say in our language, W is a double U. They very close, and it actually like two double V's. depending on how you write it. Let the mercies come also unto me, O Yahweh, even thy salvation according to thy word. So shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word. And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth. They taking it out of our mouths today. So shall I keep the law continually forever and ever. I will walk at liberty, for I seek thy precepts. I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings, and will not be ashamed, and I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. Paul said the same thing in Romans 7:22. We don't want to be under the law of sin, brothers and sisters. All these shadows, we got to be like righteous Abel and not like wicked Cain. Trying to tell you, man. Whatever the shadow, these words of the book, this was all Yeshua. It was veiled. He is the body, the substance. Make sure you are mirroring him. Last one, and it's 1:59. I cut off 30 minutes today. I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to get it back to 1:30, Here is the patience of the saints. Here are they that keep the commandments of Yah and the faith of Yeshua. Obedience just like he did. And behold, I come quickly. Yeshua said, my reward is with me to give every man according as his work should be. Just like Solomon said, he coming back to judge. Revelation 22:13, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end, the first and the last. Blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have right to the tree of life and may enter in through the gates into the city. For on the outside is perils, dogs, sorcerers, whoremongers, murderers, idolaters. You shouldn't want to even be around these people. Dogs, immoral people, witches, whoremongers. They all celebrate all of these days. All of them. You go to work, everybody, even people that don't go to church, what they doing? They celebrating Christmas. They celebrating Halloween. They all say, you might well go be with them. You're doing what they do. Murderers. Not only just murderers, killers. You murdering people's, when you backbite and lie and slander them, you murdering their character. And idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie. I, Yeshua, have sent mine angel to testify you in these churches. And I am the root and offspring of David and the bright and morning star. And the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him that heareth say, well, come. And let him that is athirst come. And whosoever will, let him take of the water of life freely. It's free, brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, I hope you abide in the shadow of the Almighty. I hope you conform yourself to the Most High's Son's image. Putting away the old man and living in the newness of life. Go out. Stop just walking through this life all whimsical and all nonchalant. Share this word with other people. Pull folks out the fire of hell. Let your light shine. Stop putting it on and putting it off. Keep it on. Like they said, let all in the church say what? Amen. Brothers and sisters, thank y'all for coming on in today. I truly appreciate you. I'm getting you out of here earlier than what I normally do. I appreciate you, man. Them likes up, bro. Thank y'all. Y'all helping us out. But brothers and sisters, if you have any Bible questions or comments, go to rapministries.org. Prayer requests, we'll get on them right away. Just love and appreciate all of you. I'm not going to keep you here long. Thank you for everything that you may be doing for this ministry. I love everybody that tunes in dearly. Go out, be an ambassador. Because you might be the only Torah, Yeshua, anybody sees. Be that light. Hallelujah. We are out. Love everybody. We see you, Brianni. Thank you for coming on in today. Oh, you okay? Yeah. It's on June the 8th. Oh, it's gonna be off the hook. It's gonna be off the hook. Some stuff you gonna be like, what? I did not know that. You gonna know it. You gonna know. When I dig, I dig. When I dig, I dig. I'm trying to tell you, peace and blessings, everybody. Go out, be successful on this week. I love and appreciate all of you. We are out. Enjoy the rest of your Sabbath day. Hallelujah. And Brother Bryson, thank you for coming on again today. Appreciate you. And you too, Brother Ali. Thank you. Huh? Okay. Definitely, definitely. How come that ain't on mine? Hmm. Oh. Yes, brother. You can. You can. Do yes. Please do. Please do, my good brother. Please do. All right. We are out, brothers and sisters. Love everybody. Love everybody. Hey, thank you for my wife because sometimes I miss comments. Thank you. Thank you. And thank everybody for their kind comments. We are out. Peace and blessings.